How many girlfriends do I have? How many girlfriends do I have? You ask a question that feels like a complicated task. Is it a count of lovers, a measure of time, or is it something deeper beyond rhythm and rhyme? The truth is, love is not fixed in a frame. It's a journey that twists a wild, shifting flame. Each love I have had has been a different story, a chapter, a lesson, a piece of glory. The first girl, she was a whisper, a breeze. She came to me young, with laughter and ease. Her eyes were like sunlight, her touch was a balm. She claimed my storms, brought peace and a calm. We spoke of dreams, of future and plans, but youth, like a river, often slips through your hand. I love her, yes, with all that I knew. But love at 17 is something you outgrow. We parted with tears, and I asked myself why. Why does love fade like a sunset in the sky? Was it my fault? Was it hers to blame? Or was it simply that love has no one to name? We were two souls who had loved without knowing, and sometimes that's the beauty of love. Just going, we moved on, both catching new skies. But I'll never forget the way she made me realize love is not ownership, it's just a bright spark, a light that burns out but leaves a mark. The second came with the force of a storm. She was my fire, my heat, my north. Her laughter was thunder, her smile a flare, her energy filled every room. Everywhere we were a whirlwind, a perfect disaster. The world seemed brighter, the moments came faster. She showed me adventure, took me to places I had never have dreamed. In those old, familiar spaces, but sometimes the heat burns too bright and we started to clash. Not out of spite, her passion were fires, but mine were too wild. We had argue and fight, then reconcile with a smile, but deep down I knew we could not sustain a fire so wild would only bring pain, so we parted not out of hate but of need. And though it was hard, we both were freed. I wondered as she walked away from my life, had I truly understood what it meant to be a wife. For love is not just about the spark or the heat, it's about finding balance, finding the beat. She was my lesson in passion, in joy, and in pain. A love that was fleeting but would always remain. Then there was the third, so calm and so sweet. Her presence was soft, her heart was a treat. She loved me with kindness, with care, and with grace. She made me feel at home in the smallest of space. We did not rush, we took it slow. For once, I thought I could just let it flow. Her patience was boundless, her heart pure and true. But love is not just stillness, it needs something new. I realized too late that my heart was not hers. I could not offer the quiet that she preferred. I needed the noise, the chaos, the chase, while she needed silence, a familiar place. We parted with love, no anger, no tears, just the sadness of knowing we were not right for years. And I wondered as she slipped from my hands, had I truly known love or just played with the strands? Another came with a spirit untamed. She was my muse, my fire unchained. Her energy sparked the night with her glow. She made me feel alive, made my heart overflow. We lived for the moments, for the here and the now, forgetting the future. We had just take a vow to live in the present, no thought for tomorrow. We had drawn all our fears, our sadness, our sorrow. But love is not just about living for the high, it's also the low. When the tears fill your eyes, she was the thrill, but I was the calm. We clashed in our silence, yet found moments of balm. But eventually, that thrill turned to noise, and the spark that once flew became just a glow. We parted with passion, but no sense of peace, and in that, I learned how love needs release. And then there was her, the one who stayed, who built me up when I had started to fade. She was, she saw my flaws, my cracks, my scars, but she loved me still through all the fears. Through all the wars, her love was a steady, enduring flame. But sometimes in love, we forget the same. We forget the same. I took her for granted, forgot to give back, and love, like a well, began to crack. We tried to fix it, to patch up the seams, but some cracks run deep and destroy your dreams. We parted with grief, with love still alive. But I learned something. But I learned sometimes love cannot survive. I wonder as watched her turn and leave. Had I understood love or had I just deceived? And here I stand now with the question still clear. How many girlfriends have I held dear? It's not the count that matters, not the names, it's the lessons we learn, the joy and the pains. Each one was a reflection, a moment to see the parts of myself that I could not quite be. Each love was a chapter, each story a door, opening to lessons that I could not ignore. For how many girlfriends do I truly have? It's not a number, it's a journey. About each heart I have touched, each soul I have known has shaped me, has molded molded me, has helped me to grow. Love is not ownership, it's not about claim, it's about finding yourself in the other's need. Each relationship taught me something new about who I am, about what's true. So, how many girlfriends do I really have? Not enough, not too few, not one, not a badge. It's not the count, not the faces you see, it's the love you give, the way you set it free. Each love, each heart is a part of me, and with every goodbye, I set something free. For love is not bound by time or by space. It's a journey of feeling an endless embarrass. How many girlfriends do I have? You ask, the answer unclear like a shifting mask. But one thing is certain, one truth I know, I have loved deeply and I have let love go. And in that, I have found the true beauty of life in the dance of love with its joy and its strife. For how many girlfriends, it does not quite matter. It's the love we share that makes our hearts shatter.